Welcome to Lubera, the Swiss fruit and berry plant producers and breeders. My name is Markus Kobelt, I'm founder and breeder of Lubera. Now, end of July, there are exciting days for us, for me especially, in apple breedings, because now the first apples are ripening. It's always a fine time going into the orchards and testing the new apples of this year. And also the consumers, so the gardeners in the gardens and the consumers in the supermarkets would like to have fresh apple from your country, from Switzerland, from Britain, from the States. Eating fresh apples is another experience than having apples from the last year, from overseas. It's freshness and it's like to be a little bit at home. And so it's very important to have varieties which are early, perhaps even ripening in July, and which have a good shelf life, so which can be stored a little bit, and if they are in a fridge or if they are in your living room, they are not dead in 1, 2, 3 days like older early varieties. So there in Lubera breeding we have had a little bit breakthrough in breeding, so we have now varieties like 105 and this variety 5805, which have a very good shelf life. This apple, for example, it's a number 5805, was picked 1 month earlier in Italy. So end of June, beginning of July, it was picked at the nursery of Genetti in Verona, northern Italy. And it was brought to Switzerland by my partner and friend Beat Lehner, and it was stored now for 4 weeks in the family fridge of Beat Lehner. So I'm astonished a little bit that it hasn't been eaten. Perhaps Beat has written something on it, don't eat or something like that, because in my fridge it would have been eaten by my wife and my son. But okay, it survived, and now after 4 weeks, after picking in northern Italy, this variety 5805 is still crisp and good eating. So we will try it. It's very good texture still. It's still firm, perhaps melting a little bit faster than when it's picked fresh. And it's very sweet, and it has now hints of banana, and it has a special aroma of pear. So very ripe is now the impression of this apple. It hasn't been treated by Smart Fresh or something. It was only 4 weeks in a fridge, in a family fridge with other fruit. So not very, very good for storing, but it has worked. Still crisp and very aromatic. So in the future, from Lubera you can expect to have more early apples, better early apples, and especially apples, early apples, white-fleshed apples, perhaps in the future also red-fleshed apples, with much better shelf life than you had in the past. Go on gardening and go on picking summer apples for your home and buying summer apples for your kitchen.